VSM. Folytatjuk ma a Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy-t. Onnan, ahol legutóbb abba hagytuk. Már a 2 videót terveztem, de sajnos csak ez az egy jött össze, mert testvérem barátnője, meg a kisebb család itt volt, és családi társasjátékestet tartottunk. Több-kevesebb sikerrel. A játékokat nagyon élveztük, személy szerint én nem nyertem egyszer se.
Spare a moment. Dig has an idea to share.
Kivéve a fogdaszappanba, mert ott csak veszteni lehet. Na, legutóbb főzeteket főztünk. Majd azt mondta a Manó, hogy megtanítja, hogyan kell szaporítani az állatokat. Úgyhogy akkor nézzük ezt meg először.
You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Dig thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room, one male, one female. Deed suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deke has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
Na, tesztlálokat kell menteni. Ezek szerint. Voltak csikója, az a küldetés neve. Amúgy vannak tesztláljaim. Meg kell vásárolni a tenyésztő kalán varázslatot. Akkor viszont el kell utazni Hogwartsba. Pénzt kell szerezni, fogalmam sincs, van-e annyi. Kristóf, még mindig ez a lilacsíkos triki köpeny a legjobb köpenyem.
It's always nice to see you.
Én körülbelül egy éjfélig tervezek játszani ezzel, utána szerintem lefekszem. Most vannak ilyen kérdőjeles ruháim. Van színpompás köpeny. Ez mondjuk előbb erősebb. Nézzük meg, hogy néz ki.
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the thestrals.
Eszköztár, felszerelés. Ez se olyan vészes. Ez inkább ilyen pizsomaköpenynek nézem. Főleg ezzel a csipkés ruhával alatta. Jó ez. Na akkor most mehetek is vissza a szükségszobájába. Fejleszted a paklid?
I've rescued the
You
Thestrals and
your
bought the
version
spellcraft for the
system.
pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Dr. Stone nagy szakértő, hát mondjuk azt, hogy nagy szakértője a Yu-Gi-Oh! Kártyának.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
Hol is van a tesztlázóna? Kristóf az nagyon sok dolgot csinál. Profi szinten. Nem ez kell nekem, hanem a másik. Hol van a mocsári övezet? Illetve a sivatagi övezet. Ja, az a sivatagi, ez lesz a sivatagi, az volt a mocsári. Azt régen csináltuk mi is. Így hobbi szinten igazából, csak csináltuk.
Everything's all right now.
Annyira jó azért nem voltam, hogy klubcsapatba is játszak. Próbálkoztam itt Komlón, de nem váltam be, de egy kispályás fociba kispályás fociba több ilyen kis versenyen indultunk, és elsők soha nem lettünk, de azért volt, hogy jó helyezést értünk el. Igen. Na, oké, megvan. És akkor meg kell vidékni a hadába. Kell a vidékés varázslat. Ez kell, egyes. Ha meg a fociról van szó, Dr. Stone az általában kapuskodott nekünk. Mivel a térde nem jó. Na, jó lesz. Csak a tesztrálokat beküldjük pároztatni. Egy darab tesztlár elég a tenyésztéshez. Én személy szerint jó, azóta már elhívtam, mert nagyon régóta nem csináltuk, így most már nem bírnám tartani az iramot, de régen én a középpálya szélére voltam a legmegfelelőbb. Gyors felfutónak. Beívelni a labdát viszonylag jól tudom középre. Viszont nagy erővel úgy Isten igazából nem tudtam lőni, szóval csatának meg nem voltam alkalmas, mert túl gyengék voltak a lövések. Úgyhogy nekem leginkább a középfelső fekszik. Használtam a tenyészkalámat, akkor most meg kell várjam, még befejezi. Vagy mit jelez a küldetés? Akkor valószínűleg csak meg kell várni. Akkor addig elmegyek egy másik küldetésre, amíg ezek pároznak. Akkor beszélünk Sebastiannal, hogy megtanítsa, hát remélhetőleg megtanítja a második tiltott átkot. Sebastian a játékban a legjobb haverunk, egy maldekános fiú. És igazából az előző részben tanította meg a Cruciatus, a kínzás átkát. Állítólag ő fogja megtanítani majd az Avada Kedavra-t is.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. especially ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Jól van, még nyomozni fog,
And don't feel
szóval
sorry for
vele még
ominous.
nincs küldetés.
Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Na most lebasznak
No, I
minket.
didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know
Kivéve
when
az a
not to
kevés,
stop.
ami érdekel.
Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
A Loki második évada érdekelne azért, igaz? No.
I knew his parents
Mit történt
died, but I
Sebastian
never heard what
szüleivel?
happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library.
Töltött percet,
Noses buried in books.
töltötték könyvet.
Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me
Amúgy
know.
Dr. Stone-nal még nem találkoztál ezelőtt
Would mean a lot.
kardos. Nem ő az, aki velünk Fortnite-ozott. Dr. Stone gyerekkorom óta a legjobb haverom. Óvodáskorunk óta ismerjük egymást. Na akkor... Küldetések. Hát akkor megcsináljuk Poppyval a küldetést. Holnap már talán lesz időm legencezni, Kristóf. Négy. Én csak a Yu-Gi-Oh-ról meg az izéről tudtam, a Mobile Legends-re. Na én az MLS szerkesztettekről tudtam, meg a Yu-Gi-Oh-sról. Jó, ilyeneket már fogtam el. Csak lejöttem megnézni, hogy hogy ilyen állataim már vannak. Van egy checkpoint, illetve van egy gyors utazási helyszín, ezt még felfedezem. Na, itt mondjuk nem kéne ilyen gyorsan manőverezni. Az biztos, hogy nálam sokkal több időt belefektett. Én miután befejeztem a streameket, én váltatlanul töltöm fel YouTube-ra az összes videóm. Még azon kívül, hogy streameli, még ki is vágja a legjobb jeleneteket.
Howard will never believe this. This place has seen better days.
Én pedig januárban leszek 19. Level 29. Na, félre beszélek már.
No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm.
Hova ugrálsz?
Arresto momentum. Places.
Lakusszal lefogyasztom, és akkor... Nem akart. Na, sikerült átvált csak. Most miattuk elugrált a békám. Van ezzel csak az egyetlen probléma, hogy most nem tudom, hogy két fiú, két lány vagy fiú-lány. Miért hányan nézik? Én 4-et látok itt a streambe. Az egyik azt tudom, hogy a telefonom, ami fut a háttérbe. Szerintem amúgy a másik a Dictastone, ő nem szokott hozzászólni. Tudom, szereti nagyon a Harry Potter világát, csak Egyszerűen ő nem ez a hozzászólogatós ember. Jó van, nincs több béka, úgy látom. Akkor csak bízom benne, hogy fiú-lány. Na, visszaspaddoltak. Az lány, az lány. Mindegy, elkapom, bízunk benne, hogy mind a kettő másik.
Now, I'm only trying to help. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Amúgy Dr. Stone, illetve Kardos. Ebbe a nevem Hansel Richardson. Azt a nevet még Dr. Stone adta az első Steambe, mikor csináltam. Na, ide kellett jöjjek.
I should dismount here.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Igen.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her.
Élesztán jól
She's
van,
safe, Poppy, I promise.
biztonságban van.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had
Igen,
news
most
about the
már ő is
poachers,
az egyik
and that some of it had to do with me.
ő is az egyik
It did.
járművem.
I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
Köszönöm,
It
Dr.
does,
Stone.
somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for
Az a
Highwing.
baj, hogy
Does the
nem
name
tudna
Hauntel Hall
segíteni
mean
ez a
anything to
csaj,
you?
mert
I'm afraid not. Why?
gyengébb,
What
nincs
is it?
tapasztalat
The poacher's
ilyen
best kept
csatákban.
secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the
Mondjuk az
poachers.
szomorú, hogy
I
egy
think she worries I'll do something
hipogriffa
ill-advised.
legjobb
Whatever
barátja.
gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Tényleg megállítani akarjuk őket. Ja, őt kéne követni.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't
Úgy
helping
bírom az
matters.
ilyen
But
játékokban
why
ezt,
would he
hogy
think that we had
látom,
anything to do with
tudom, hogy erre
poachers?
kell jönni,
I did notice
de
the
ha nem
poachers
várjuk meg a
talking with a few
társunkat,
villagers
akkor
in
nem indul el.
Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Skyrimban is hányszor volt ilyen.
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave
Megint
that violently.
falvas.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Iskola, sokszor visszasírom amúgy az
Why
iskola
wouldn't they take their
padló
cages with them
munkába.
when they left?
Bár ez munkától is függ.
Pelts.
Az én
Poor
munkaköröm fizikailag megterhelő, nagyon sokat
Still
kell
smoking.
mozogni.
They can't have been gone
Maga a
long.
cég se bánik túl jól az emberekkel.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp.
Így annyira
I should
nem
tell Poppy about
érdeketes.
it.
De lehet, hogy
Anything
találnák
interesting?
olyat, ami... De azt tudnám mondani, hogy...
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully.
Úgyhogy a munkavilágon
Only
nagyon
knows what's
soktól
going
fog
on here.
függni. Nagyon sok felnőtt mondja
I don't have a good feeling about this.
rajtam kívül is, hogy sokkal rosszabb a munka, mint az iskola.
How do goblin and poacher interests
Ezzel
align?
teljes mértékben nem tudok egyetérteni. Attól függ, hogy szereted-e, amit csinálsz meg,
Down there.
hogy milyenek a
Definitely poachers.
kollégák, milyen a
No
munkahelyen
creatures
a
though.
vezetőség.
So, what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us.
De
Should we use
alaphelyzetben
disillusionment? Or perhaps
szerintem
a
az
less
iskola
discreet
jobb,
approach?
egyszerűbb,
Hard
nyugalmasabb.
to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Én mondjuk személy szerint olyan diák voltam, aki szerette az iskolát.
Betting on the dragon fight
Szerintem
was the best
settenkedéssel
decision I've
fogom
made yet.
csinálni. Lehet, hogy megúszom csata nélkül. Jó, mondjuk az biztos, hogy nem jó, hogy minden vele megfogvam. Nekem személy szerint így a reáltárgyak feküdtek jobban. Mint a matek,
They know the lies and falsehoods no one's mightier and
fizika, kémia.
Oh, stop right there! All right, wait, you stop! Levioso! Levioso!
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself.
Természetesen a
What is going on
bemagolós
here?
tárgyak is
Only
mentek,
one way
mert
to
azt
find
csak
out.
bemagolni kell, mint a történelem meg az irodalom. És inkább az idegen nyelvekhez voltam hülye. Mindig is a legnagyobb gyengeségeim az ilyesmi volt, mint német, angol. Illetve a
What in
nagy
Merlin's
volt
name?
nagy nehézségem.
Are those dragons?
Születésem pillanatában a nyakam köré volt tekerítve a körvényszínodon, és
It's a
igazából azt
dragon
mondták az
fighting
orvosok,
ring.
hogy csoda, ha megtanulok majd írni
This is
olvasni.
Hauntel Hall.
Ahhoz
Name
képest
makes sense
általánosba
now, and
osztály
secrecy.
elsőként
No wonder the
végeztem,
poachers were in Hogsmeade so
gimnáziumban
much.
a legjobb
Likely
három
taking
tanuló
bets and
között
spreading the
voltam,
word. Given how crowded
annyi
it is
maradt meg
here,
belőlem,
how could
amit
they
hallhatsz is a
possibly enjoy
videóból,
this?
hogy nagyon
The centaurs have
szerettem,
every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons
és
here.
nagyon
Poachers are
csúnyán.
far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with them.
Potato!
So very. Incendio! Crisis!
Igazából pontosan így a diszlepszia miatt, hát emiatt diszlepszia gyanúja miatt helyesírásból felvetett voltak.
That's it. I bet it's the word.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is
One there. Frank, not quiet enough.
marvelous strike.
Vegetables in combat.
Nem tudom melyik az enyém, diszlepszia, diszgráfia, nem tudom mi, van egy csomó elnevezésük, nekem mindig a diszlepsziát mondták, az igazából én úgy tudom, hogy az írni, olvasni nehezebben tanuló. De lehet, hogy keverem egy másikkal, mert van olyan, ami a matematikának a megértése nehezebb.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working
Az
together.
érettségi
Poppy,
fizikából
something's going on
tettem.
behind you.
What's going on down there?
Nem mondod, hogy meg kell küldeni egy
They must have only
sárkányval,
just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we?
segíteni kell a sárkány.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Hamora.
Merre egy sárkány tojás? Jó, elvisszük. Biztos ki tudom majd valahogy
All right,
gyertetni.
I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Hát menő lesz a saját sárkány.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact!
Beleadok mindent. Elmegyek a főzetet.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
I'll check your pockets after you're dead.
You'd be better suited for gardening than for battle. Vicious blows! I think not. Vegetables and coffee.
You were warned.
I hate wasting my time with plants.
Nem szabad elnyomnom a sebezhetett
Alright,
nyomséget.
I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count. Potato!
Careful! That rope will want his dragon intact! Mr. Dallas. Don't think you'll get out of here!
Shall we finish what we started?
Igyekszem ott lenni a szezonnyitásnál.
Not the brightest child.
Tényleg az melyik nap? Megnézem, mennyit tudok. Leveszem 40%-ra. Jobb. Melyik nap kezdődik az új Fortnite szezon?
How did that feel? Let me out, son! Let me out, son! Let me out, son! Let me out, son! You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Szombaton akkor. Szerintem akkor jövő hét szombaton megnézzük az új szezon.
Let's play Predator and Prey, shall we?
Teach you nothing about dueling!
I see little pony. I'd say a little pruning is in order. Little pruning. I shall make much of you.
You should never have come in.
Let's
get it.
So close. I won't go down.
Enjoy something. Rather unwise.
Menjél. Sétálok a... Hello.
Let me out, son.
You, finish.
Szerintem én végig fogom csinálni amúgy a videót, aztán utána az utóbbi időben rászoktam a sok estikekre. Ez azért kicsit gáz volt, hogy mindkétszer fellevőzöztek, és nem volt lehetőségem potion-t inni.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Megint settenkedve próbálom megcsinálni. Vagy nem. Nem kell settenkedve.
Reputation does not belong in battle. Vegetables in
I'll put you in a stew. Feisty little punk. Just alone. Back for more.
Would you like me to put you down? You'll feel that tomorrow. If you last that long.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Stop right there.
Greg, come here.
akció vagy depózó kell. Próbáljuk ki a depózó.
Aim for the ring at the front of her restraints.
Nem, akkor gondolom az akció.
Accio! This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Ahogy megkezdem el. Megköszönöm neki. Amúgy ez volt az eddig legkeményebb küldetés.
This way!
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Igazából csak 3 fajjal nem találkoztam.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Oké, mivel nem látok itt állatokat, visszamegyek a Oxfordba. Megnézem, hogy állunk a tenyésztéssel. Most már be kellett fejezzük, mert 57 perces streamelek is a legelején csináltuk ezt. És szerintem a mocsaras területeken kell elengedni a békát is. Na, itt van. Tesztlácsikó. És akkor teljesítve az a küldetés is.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Az összes lány. Na mindegy, egyet elengedek. Benyomjuk küldetésnek az izét. Na már csak Dickkel kell beszéljek.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Na, lássuk csak Weasley professzor óráját. Remélem nem magamtól kell eljutni a könyvtárba. És ha már így felvette magát a kikötőbe egy küldetés, Weasley professzor küldetése után az lesz a következő. Az egy föld alatti kikötő.
So this is the underground harbour.
Haladnak mindig ugye. Jó van, majd eladjuk őket a következő megbízással.
Revelio.
Még mielőtt bármit csinálnák, lemegyek beszélgetezni a Robbinsonnal. Megnézzük, mit akar. Miért nem tudtam kijelölni?
How did bats been, I think?
De akarok eljutni.
My mother would like to speak with me.
That's the last time
I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to.
Közben felfedte
I'm
magát
hoping
egy
she
új
may be
nattai
easier on me
küldetés
if you
is.
are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally
Meg
be
újabb
safe since
popi
we rescued the
küldetés.
dragon from Horntail Hall.
Megnézem, hogy ebből mi főküldi. Csak Weasley professzoré. Miután sárkányból az a falka, Poppy készen áll, hogy megbeszéljük a következő lépésünket. Egyik se főküldi. Gyerekkel csak Weasley professzor után fogok foglalkozni. Na, még soha se jöttem le ide. Amúgy nincs itt véletlenül volt? Ha már éjszaka van.
What are you up to now?
Going for a swim?
Goodness, no. Though I'm beginning to think I really should learn how to swim. Can't very well be liaison to the mer people if I don't know how to swim.
You're a liaison to the mer people?
Well, not technically, no. At least not yet. The position doesn't actually exist at the moment, but I have a plan to change that. I'm Nerida, by the way. Nerida Roberts. We didn't officially meet, but we duelled in the Crossed Swans Club.
Yes, of course. Good to see you again.
And you.
You seem quite interested in mer people.
I am. And they're as misunderstood and disregarded by wizard kind as goblins and centaurs are. I feel that if goblins and centaurs have liaison officers at the ministry, then the mer people should have one too.
I'm impressed. I think reaching out to the mer people is a grand idea.
You do? Oh, thank you. Of course I haven't exactly done anything just yet. I presented them with a gift a few weeks ago, and they wanted to leave me one as well, in one of their caves. Reciprocity and an offer to visit. I tried telling them I couldn't swim, but I'm afraid that bit got lost in translation. Mermish really is tricky.
Well, I can swim and could help you if you'd like.
You'd really do that? Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. The last thing I want is for them to think I'd shunned their gift. Diplomacy is a delicate dance. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can dive down to their cave from just there in the water. I can't wait to hear about what you find. One day soon I'll see for myself. I just know it.
Két potionom maradt. Nagyon kevés ahhoz képest, hogy 12-vel indultunk.
Look at this place. Did the mer people really leave Nerida an artifact?
Nem, már megint.
Confringo!
Annyira imádom ezt.
Glacius! Confringo! Lumos! Confringo! Now then, I'll need you to come with me. Protego! Now for the rest of you. Confringo! Lumos!
De legalább ilyen egyszerű pillangózás.
What do we have in here then? Protego!
Ragad a gombom.
Nerida will be happy about this.
Ennyi. Ez volt a küldetés. Elmegyek szerintem Elmentem, nem megyek el, vízú professzor kiértékeli a fél évi teljesítményem. Nem hinném, hogy új itemeket szerzek.
Your gift from the mer people was exactly where they said it would be.
Oh, that's wonderful news! I was so worried I'd left it too long and they'd seen it as a slight. Our relationship with them is already so tenuous.
Then I'm glad we helped to foster some healthy diplomatic relations.
Merlin's beard. It's marvellous. I'm going to show it to everyone, including the ministry. Should I hand deliver it or send by owl? Thank you again so much. You may have just helped improve relations between wizard kind and mer people for decades to come. I can't wait to study this.
Akkor a következő lépésként kijelöljük a főküldit, Weasley professzort. Begyűjtjük a mindentudó packát. Amúgy nem értem, mit vatakoltam azon, hogy lépcsőzzek fel.
I'm still struggling with that.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere. Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration. You're my second favourite hero!
Professor Weasley asked me to get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Mi? Gondolom nem aranybujócskát. Vagy kígyómadár lehet, mert...
The snake bird.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Általában a folyékony szerencseként. Nem.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The
Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Fú, a tikesz a legkisebb. A gulkó, a nyomkövető, a közepes, azt hiszem. Lehet hülyeséget mondok azzal, hogy a gulkó a
The quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Fajt? Szerintem nem.
True.
Actually, the answer was false.
És félre
While Polyjuice
nyomtam.
potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
Nagyon fasz a kérdés. Nem hinném, hogy a Merlin-rend. De varázslók tanácsa sem
The International Confederation of Wizards.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
Bald meg. Antidiopiszi, perui vipedafokú, ukrán acélhasú.
The Peruvian viper tooth.
Brilliant! Though the viper tooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Fú, basszus. Legyen
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide-behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide-behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a letherfold?
Hóhérdeplet.
The Patronus charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Evangeline Orpington.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Nem is hallottam a jelmondatát még soha.
Knowledge is the real magic.
No, the answer was never tickle a sleeping dragon. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
Petéket termel a száján keresztül. Biztos, hogy nem a baziliszkusz. Úgyhogy akkor a hamukusz.
The Ashwinder.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the rune's paw. According to Parselmouths, each of the rune's paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Ilvermorny.
The Pyrenees.
No, Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount Greylock. The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Virocitiserum.
Incorrect. The answer was Amotentia. Amotentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
És utána amelyikre tippelnél? Na nézzük meg a legnehezebb kérdéseit. Már a közepes kategóriában se tudtam semmit.
Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Sir Agravain.
Incorrect. The answer was Egbert the Egregious. Emmerich gained notoriety for terrorising villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Ha a kezét a passzom tartja, miközben átszalad a kapun. Mártást, takarítást, koccolást. Mondom a mártást.
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Bad luck.
Correct! Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Melyik növény váladék a butykornyát?
Mimbleless Mimbletonia.
Correct. The Mimbleless Mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The Pepper Up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Melyik 12. századi varázsló orvosságából fejlődött ki a kalapóra vájta?
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linford's previous work to create the Pepper Up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
A smaller pot.
Incorrect. The answer was a single slipper. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
A polipsárkány. Van olyan, hogy polipsárkány. De akkor gondolom az amazóniai esőerdőben, mivel bár Skótfelföldön is van óceán. Legyen a Skótfelföld a Loch Nessi föld.
The answer was North America. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Ki az a mugli lovag? Gondolom
Correct! The three witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
Mi is az a kelpie? Gondolom nem a Loch Nessi szörny. Úgyhogy Pantagruel vagy Gulingatur.
Galangantua.
No, the answer was the Loch Ness Monster.
A Loch Nessi
The Office of
szörny
Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence
most
of the
utána
kelpie's
nézek neten,
existence.
mi az a
Who was the
kelpie.
first Minister for Magic?
Aha, kelpiék azok az állatok, amiben a 4-ben a filmben a sellő utazott. Fú, találkoztunk a Perevelval, azt hiszem.
No, the first minister was Ulick Gamp. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You might not have got very many right, but I'm sure you learned something regardless. Thank you for humouring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Na, de adott főzeteket.
Revelio. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Már megértem, mivel főzeteket adott. Na, nyissuk ki a kaput, ha már itt vagyunk. Az egy kérdőjeles. 11 plusz 2, akkor 9 kell, az a hidra lesz. Ja, csak a pók lehet. 11 plusz 2 az 10. Ja, 8. Én számoltam el magam. És a 2-es számú. A 2-es számú, az pedig 17 plusz 9, ja nem, 9 plusz 9 plusz 5 az 14, akkor 17-ig 3 fog kelleni hidra.
And she's a first year.
Revelio.
Valamit lebontok most már. Aztán most már szép lassan eladom a cuccokat. És akkor ezt megsemmisítjük. Az azonosítatlan tárgyak miatt vissza fogok menni az izéba. Meg létrehozom az új erősebb szettet, mert kezdtek el gyengülni.
Into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Jó, ezt még viszonylag könnyű volt megtanulni.
Beautifully done.
Gyönyörűen elvégezték.
Class is dismissed.
Lássuk csak a
You wanted to discuss my
kiértékelést.
progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumours of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to an ex-aura in Upper Hogsfield connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't begin to imagine what that was about.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
Gyakoroljuk milyen harcba.
Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! I remember our meet mentioning going to Yuck.
Lássuk csak a küldetéseket. Most feloldott 2 fő küldit. Amitnak halancsodal. Találkoztam a Szigyánnal a bányabércben. Halancstól kell beszélni. Először is Natival fogunk beszélni, majd a sárkánybeszámolót. Nem, először a sárkánybeszámolót csináljuk. Mert az el kell menni a 3 seprűbe. Ahhoz el kell jönni a 3 seprűbe. Viszont itt el tudom adni a cuccaim. És kinek másnak adnám el, hanem az alkimistának.
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
De előbb el kellett volna menjek
I hope
nem
to see
ide
you again.
visszajövök. Előbb elmegyek a Loxfordba. A divéba. És akkor összeállítom az új szettemet. Ez a legjobb. Akkor ez lesz rajtam. Hát a baj, Dr. Stone-nal így is vitatkozunk egymás ellen, hogy kiadjék, illetve a Palizerrel így is vitatkozunk folyamatosan, hogy kiadjék. Ezzel a gyík szemüveggel mindegy, jó lesz. Alkalmazom a bőrvarázsló kalapot. Jó lesz ez most már, jó lesz, ha van kalapom. Sárlak ugyanolyan erősek. Jó lesz, tök jól néz ki. Viszont a lilát semmiképp se adom el, nehogy Dr. Stone. És itt is marad a lila. És akkor ami nincs felkövezve, az gyorsan a szövőszéken felköveztetem. Jó, a szemüveget fejlesztettem. Ezt is fejlesztettem most. Várjál, ezt nem tudom fejleszteni. Ja, csak védelmet fog adni. Oké, ez is megvan. És akkor még erre fejlesztünk egyet. És akkor most, hogy ez megvan, most fogunk eladni mindent, kivéve a lila strici köpenyt. És ha tudok, veszek is varázslatot. Mert hogy ide kelleni fog a plusz.
Come on in. Healing potions are a specialty here, should you need any. Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble. A wise decision. Thank you.
Az összes maximát, meg az összes edúzt. Amiből amúgy mindegyiket főszedtem volna kivéve edúzt. És akkor menjünk, találkozzunk Poppyval a 3 seprőbe.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me.
The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar. Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behaviour.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Grimlock. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Én szerintem az összes megbízható, akiknek küldött is csináltuk.
Pretend I never heard.
De akkor még utána jár a dolgoknak, úgyhogy akkor vele még nincs küldetés, majd csak mikor szól. Úgyhogy akkor az anya döntő szava jön, beszélni kell Natival. Jóslástan terven kívül kell vele találkozni, úgyhogy akkor irány a jóslástan teremhez. És akkor utána foglalkozunk Sebastiannal.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother? I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai. Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything. You know what it was, Natsai. I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother. Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future. But Mother! My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people. If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us. I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason. So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
És akkor mi lehet az animágus hátka?
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal vial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
Több Sebastiános küldetés is van ezek szerint egyszerre. Jó van. Akkor először is megtanuljuk az Imperiumot. Az még lehet fontos. A vulkátokat elkapjuk. Hurú élőhely. Hipoglif élőhely. Na, a hipoglif kellene egy társ az izé mellé. Úgyhogy a hipoglif élőhelyre elmegyünk. Befejeztük a küldetést, akkor elmegyünk a hipoglif élőhelyre. És ide kell jönni Dirikóért, szóval ezt is mutatja. Akkor Dirikóért jövünk először. Hogy megtanuljuk a bombádát. És akkor ez lesz a célpont. Azt csináljuk, elmegyünk, elkapjuk a Dirikót. Ível eleszkedünk. Ott vannak a Dirikók. Mik ezek? Valami tukánok? Gyorsak, az egy biztos.
I should investigate.
Confringo!
Egy megvan, egy zöldet még mindenképp szeretnék elkapni.
Levioso! Everything's all right now.
Na akkor még egy zöldet kellene találnom valahol. Ott van.
Levioso!
Na, megvannak a dilikólok is.
There, there. Not going to hurt you.
De még el akarok menni a hipoglif lelőhelyre, mert ők még nagyon érdekelnének. Hol láttam az előbb? Itt.
Perhaps some nice flowers will grow from your ashes.
Aztán megtanulom az imperiót. Itt milyen állat van? Hurunk már van. Ezt a söprű versenyt már megnyertem. Leszállok itt és megnézzük ezt az éjszakai tolvaj küldetést.
Protego!
Must have snuck in after I fell asleep.
Pardon me, sir.
Come to stare at the fool, have you? There's poor Ig Haggerty, robbed by his own sister. She's robbed almost everyone now. So, who's the fool?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Then you're the only one who doesn't know about Catherine running off with that thief Victor Rookwood and his lot. Good riddance, I said. Never thought she'd return to steal from me. Us, but I just know it was her. I want her caught and sent to Azkaban for stealing a prize family heirloom. Sister or no.
Megkeresem a tolvajt.
I could keep an eye out for
De
the thief,
jó
sir.
állat fogsz érte.
Nothing to be done by the likes of us. This is a job for the fine officer Singer or some such authority. Besides, the thief, my sister, only strikes at night. Coward. Long past your bedtime.
Nagyon gáz, hogy a fejem.
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?
Jó drágákat
I'll keep an eye on your belongings.
About the location of our Hebridean dragon friend
Közben
and where
Poppy
to return her,
feloldódott.
you know what.
De most
Meet me
akkor
in
az
the
egy
town
tolvaj az
circle in
éjszakában
Hogsmeade.
fogjuk megcsinálni.
Revelio.
Nagyon. Milyen állat van itt?
Revelio. More gold? I must be getting closer.
You won't get away with that. What?
You've one less follower, Ranrock. Revelio. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Mondtam, hogy nem kell jöjjek. Hát nem. Ez csak egy kitérő volt a ruhával.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Na, ez ilyen jó kis nyomkövető küldetés.
To
too quiet like me.
Jó, még nagyon messze a hipoglif. De mi van itt a közelemben? Furkász. Oda is el kéne menjek.
Niffler. It wasn't Catherine Haggerty after all. Revelio.
Viszont ha itt úgyis furkász van,
Revelio.
ott van fent.
Levioso. I have the Niffler. Now to look for the Haggerty family heirloom.
Nem fogom odaadni neki a furkászt. A furkász jön velem a Oxfordba. Természetesen. De ha már itt vagyok, akkor ez itt a következő célpontom.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
You're here. Good.
Oh, nice to see you here. Ah, isn't the sea air...
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Na, bejövünk a katakombákba, és utána elmegyünk, megkeressük Csikóstert.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Confringo! Confringo! Accio! At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio!
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Accio!
This room is taller than it looks.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Megvan ez is. Mehetünk tovább.
Confringo. 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 Accio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with
Erre kell biztosra jönni majdnem.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Chest, igen.
Confringo!
Már ki van fosztva. Ezt nem hiszem el.
Confringo!
Viszont ez nem volt. De ez gáz, hogy ez ki van. Na, menjünk végig utal Sebastian.
There's something here by the altar. Accio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. Mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked holding on each side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Lássuk csak az Imperiót.
Area.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio!
That worked. Keep going.
Oké, de még mielőtt itt bármit csinálnák. Innen jöttünk. Erre nem tartunk.
Confringo! Imperial! Confringo! Confringo! Confringo!
Jól van, harcba sokkal jobb a kínzásákkal.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Confringo! Accio!
Accio! Accio!
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Oké, újabb azonosítatlan tárgyat látunk, ami hátra van. Na akkor jussunk túl a következő próbán. Gondolom van egy sorrend. Lássuk csak. Van a kadika, a körkadika. Ez meg ez 4 szimbólum. Kezdjük ezzel a... A második az alatt a lévő kadika.
Accio! Guardian Leviosa! Accio! Guardian Leviosa!
1-es, 2-es. Itt a láda. Akkor második lépésként csináljuk meg ezt.
Accio!
És kell a túloldalról a kadika.
Guardian Leviosa!
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Ami a kadika és az.
Accio!
Az és a kadika. És itt nincs semmi, ez volt a meglepi.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Tanítványát miért bűvölte el ezt a...
Confringo! For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Confringo!
Dead end.
Accio!
Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
Lehetséges.
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on. Confringo!
És egy ilyen varázslóiskolában egyik tanárnak se tűnik fel, hogy sötét mágiában mesterkednek. Nem teljesen értem, de a tanárok tudják.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance. That the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Itt mentünk fel. Remélem ezzel nem basztam el az Avada-Kedabrát. Azért a gyilkosságot nem lenne baj
As we were
ismerni.
leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important for Anne.
Az a baj, hogy megszállottja lett a húga meggyógyításának. Ami valamilyen szinten szép
When we get to
dolog, de...
Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like ominous. Don't upset. Confringo!
Tényleg bajba tudom.
Your acrobatics will only postpone the inevitable. I won't.
Biztos, hogy meg kell tanulni hamarosan az avadakadabrát is.
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
Haj, royalisták jelent kell harcolni.
Let's hurry.
Just you wait!
Confringo!
Not quite. You can't stop us. Let's get this easily done.
Confringo!
I can have fun and enjoy suffering, do you? Is that the best you can do?
I will make you.
Confringo!
I won't. Let me go! Why don't you come up here and fight?
Protego! Confringo!
Look at you! Don't do try again, I beg you! I could do this for hours!
Yeah. Nem örülök, hogy ennek ilyen vége. Amúgy alig haladtunk valamit, és rohadt sok idő elment.
No, this isn't good.
What is it?
Igazából az első küldetéssel ment el rengeteg időnk.
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
You think this is funny?
Jó van, nem fogok ezen felakodni. Elnyomom a maximumot. Elnyomom a maximumot.
Meant for me.
We have to fight.
Confringo!
He's got him! Confringo!
You're not winning here. They'll retreat. We'll make them.
Előnyelő füldet mindenki, de elnyomok egy újabb maximum füldet.
Almost.
I'm handling it. We have to fight.
Keep up, sword free! Leviosa! Got him! Where's the old soul?
You'll not win here.
Bring on!
Be careful! Behind!
Confringo! They'll retreat. We'll make them.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Nem tudom, oké, hogy főben járó átokról van szó, én ezt elfogadom. De attól, hogy főben járó átok még... Szerintem... emberélet megmentésére... Én azt mondanám, hogy attól főben járó arra, hogyan, amire használják. Erre a legjobb példa, hogy a Harry Potter 8-ba is a Mrs. Weasley a lányát, a Ginnyt Bellatrix-től a gyilkos átokkal védte meg. Amire azt mondom, nem egy szép dolog, de... Hogyha megvédeni akarsz, vagy jóra akarod használni, akkor... Nem tudom, én eltekintenék attól, hogy főben járok. Mondjuk az tény is való, hogy nem egy iskolásként iskolába kellene tudnia. Na, elmegyünk Csikócsörhöz. Most már, hogy végre végeztem ezzel a küldetéssel. És nem azt mondom, hogy a koboldok ellen használni kell, mert használtam, de... Rossz gomb. Bocsáss meg, rossz gombot nyomtam.
No, you don't.
Csak az incsi kocsőrömnek szerettem volna egy társ.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
Bár lehet, hogy inkább az ő társát kéne elvinnem most, hogy egy ujjal hozzam össze. Az kicsit necces. Úgyhogy oké, elfogadom, hogy bácsikája halagszik rá, mert hogy tudja egyáltalán a tiltott átkot, de azt valahogy nem fogadom el, hogy azért halagszik, mert megmentette a bugát. Én inkább azt mondtam volna, hogy mindegy, hagyjuk, ezen nem akarok fent. Mi az, hogy a hídban tudok leszállni? Meg amúgy simán elrakadhatta volna vele a fegyvert.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Felthcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organising her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewellery, cards, old photographs. She got to her favourite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Tök mindegy, mit mondtam volna. Mert amúgy is az a véleményem, hogyha ember tud menteni, mentse meg, mindegy, hogy mivel. Mondjuk... Simán megtehette volna azt is, hogy megparancsolja a koboldnak, hogy elmenjen, és nem az, hogy felboncolja magát. Ezzel az részével egyetértek. Oké, akkor küldetések. Na, elmegyünk Ovin professzor órájára, aztán beszélünk Poppyval. Ja, és le kell adni a tolvaj éjszakája küldetést. Akkor első lépésként elmegyünk az órára és megtanuljuk a bombádát.
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that script.
I heard that someone called.
Hello, Grace. What are you doing here?
Nice to see you. Thank you again for your help at the lake. I've become quite good at Summoner's Court, and I'm waiting for my next opponent. I suppose that's you.
Volna, a
Shall we begin?
Használhatta volna. A Death Chantot.
I'm game.
Well, let's see what you're made of. The Pinch Smedleys will always look upon you as a trusted ally and Accio.
Érdekes lesz. Mindjárt kiderül, hogy...
Accio!
Nem, ez gyenge volt.
You didn't see that.
Hát az enyém is átcsúszott a húsba, ez így nem jó.
Accio!
Na.
What a remarkable shot! Accio.
És 20 lesz. Nem, 10. Visszacsúszott egész 10-ig. Az enyém is vissza fog csúszni 10-ig, de tök mindegyben nyertem.
Well, it appears I've been bested. Well done! Diving, Summoner's Court. Seems there's nothing you can't do.
You played a good game though, Grace.
I did play rather well, didn't I? Only one student has ever beaten me. She's very good. But if you play the way you did against me, you might stand a chance. I do wish you would take your turn.
már csak egy idézőkútval játékot kell megnyerjek. De akkor állott tanódára igyekeztem. Tolvaja.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it...
Leonor spell. Nem, még nem, még hiányzik az Avada Kedavra. Lássuk csak, milyen ez a Bombarda.
Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Oké. Ez is megvan. És véletlenül megittem egy erősítő főzetet. Na, a következő lépésként itt az ideje felbusztolni a adottságokat. Sötét varázslatokat továbbra se húzom. De a sima varázslatokat igen. Kihúzom egyszer a Bombardá erősítését. És az átváltoztatás erősítését. És akkor innen már csak a Vivi van vissza. Akkor leadjuk a tolvait az éjszakában küldetést. Valaki nem ír a...
Protego!
Zászkok megtanulásával. Amúgy szerintem az Avada Kedavrát én se tanulom
If one more person asked me about her...
I have some good news, Mr. Haggerty. I unmasked your thief.
Nothing to unmask, was there? We all know that the thief was my sister, Catherine.
Actually, sir, the thief was a niffler.
A what?
You know, small, furry, pilfering. I followed it to its lair.
Catelyn was the only one who knew how to get into our homes, where to find our treasures. But, I suppose, mangy little blighter. Well, If you found the Niffler's lair, as you say, you must have found my heirloom.
I'm sorry, Mr. Haggerty. I wish I could say that I had.
It was too much to hope for anyway. I appreciate what you did uncover. Catherine's a disappointment for certain, but I never wanted to believe she was behind this. Now, thanks to you, I won't have to. Glad I'll be able to look my neighbours in the eye now.
Következő küldetés Roxmortba lesz. Mert meg akarom csinálni az elolzott tojást is. De szerintem az elolzott tojás majd legközelebb le fog maradni. Nagyon progress nem értünk el ma.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Na, itt volt félföldből. És vannak is itt még
she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Nem, itt sötét volt.
I wonder how many they brought.
Accio! Guardian Leviosa!
Usually.
Reparo!
Fancy she is again. She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Watch your step.
Pick off a grapehorn.
Or just raring for a fight.
Oké. És fogadjunk, hogy most fognak megjönni a vadorcok.
Quiet, what was that?
Vagy a sárkánnyal kell megküzdeni tovább. Nem használhatok mágiát. Pedig a láthatatlanná kerülő bájtot jó lenne ide. Mindegy, próbáljuk újra. Kint álltam egy picit. Most már kettőt köp.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me. I don't suppose you listen to reason.
I normally try, but we're well past that.
Még mindig kettőt köp. Ez egy kicsit olyan, mint a nagyobb gyakorisággal csinálnak.
Get to that opening below her. If we can get to that, we can get to She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken?
Reparo.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
hallja. Még egy kicsit megható. Ugye ez tök meleg helyzet lehet.
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Hát tény is való, hogy megpróbált megölni minket,
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Szívesen segítettem, de most készen állok, hogy visszamenjünk.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntel Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. He did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
Arra gondol, hogy megtámadták a nagymamáját. Igen, így a vadonzó küldetéssel veszélyes dologba keveredtünk. Na de vackot. Már még megittam fölöslegesen egy ilyen vackot, és nincs is több. Az új küldetések nincsenek. Kettőt sikerült megcsinálni a haladással, de megcsináltunk minden kis küldetést, ami van. Úgyhogy akkor marad a bánya árnyékában, meg a tiszta haloncsa. Ezekkel fogunk kezdeni legközelebb, és először a tiszta haloncsa lesz, és elmegyünk a szükség szobájába első körbe főzetet főzni, illetve kiengedni az állatokat, amiket elkaptunk. Utána pedig megcsináljuk a két fő küldit, és meglátjuk, hogy a fő küldetés után hogy fog folytatódni ez a sztori ág, amit most csináltunk. Köszönöm, hogy itt voltatok. Sziasztok!